Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Second down following the run. Detroit! Here we go! Looking to throw. Castillo. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Let's go. Here's Castillo. Off the play fake. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 29. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Green, the tight end, in motion. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Castillo, operating from the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Frank. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Back to throw. Castillo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try the right side here with Yeldon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Castillo to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Castillo from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Washington. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They run the counter now on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Castillo now. Off play action. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Here's Castillo. Off the play fake. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off the play fake. Castillo. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. To throw is Castillo. Looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Castillo. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punter King to send it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Castillo. Off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Howell. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Castillo on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
It's nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Again, it's Yeldon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Castillo now, operating from the gun. Cooper's got it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Red zone opportunity.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go now. Green 39.
Now it's Yeldon running right. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. Castillo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are back within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They're set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here we go. 1st and 10 now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Castillo off the play fake. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw is Castillo. Throwing on first down. And this one's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Now Castillo throwing again. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
All right, here we go.
Castillo on 3rd and 2. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Castillo now on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. 42 yards. So they're operating in the red zone.
Check. Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Set. Green 39.
Here's a give to Yeldon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
No, Jack, Patriot.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Throwing on first down. Castillo. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Castillo on 1st and 10. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. To throw is Castillo. To throw on 2nd down. And Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Castillo looking to throw on 2nd down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenny Stills with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this looks to probably be the final play. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.